So I wanted to document my experience with BPC 157, and I'm going to be recording a series of videos just talking about the effects that I get from it and if it's helping at all and kind of my protocol with it. So I have two problems. First is tendonitis, and I have the tendonitis in both elbows, but mainly my left one. It kind of varies. So I've been dealing with tendonitis in my elbows for 2.5 years, something like that, and it's really limited my workouts and what I can do. I have golfer's elbow specifically, so that's the inside of the elbow, not the top or the outside. That's tennis elbow. So I've been dealing with this, and golfer's elbow is tendon related, so heals much slower than tennis elbow, let's say. And my knee, I'm not completely sure. I don't have a diagnosis on it, but I feel discomfort just in walking and definitely in lateral movement. Any type of planting, twisting, which is kind of how I messed it up, was snow shoveling and just planted and twisted wrong. Felt a tweak. Next morning, knee was super swollen, the back of it. I mean, it looked like he cut a softball in half and like stuck it underneath the skin. And it's been just iffy for a long time, for probably 6 months, well, probably a year or more potentially. And it just doesn't work because I do a lot of running and have a physical job. So it's very hard to manage that injury and still maintain these different things. So what I'm hoping to get from BPC 157 is an actual healing. Like I've had things that have helped somewhat, like turmeric has been really big, curcumin. These things have helped manage that a little bit, but it just doesn't do enough. It's not really fixing it completely. And I will say my elbows, after just a lot of work on rehab and supplements and just trying to really get it back to where it was, my elbows feel good. I've been doing upper body workouts and it's holding up. I still feels a little bit weak with chin-ups. Feels like I could easily re-injure it with chin-ups. So I've avoided that. I've avoided some other exercises. And with my knee, I'm just trying to stretch a lot. But yeah, so I'm hoping that this will help. I'm going to document it, kind of what I'm doing, how it helps. So hopefully, if you have an injury, that maybe this can potentially help you. So yeah. So I'm about 24 hours out from my first injection of BPC 157. My knee is my priority. My elbows are kind of an afterthought right now. Knee is number one. That's number one thing I want to heal. I think it's meniscus, MCL, something like that. It's inside of the knee. Any type of planting, twisting movement just feels off, and it sometimes gets fairly bad to where it's painful just to walk. But it really depends on the movement. So I got all my stuff with all the vial of BPC and bacteriostatic water, mixed them together very, very, very carefully. Maybe I'll do like a video just on how I mixed it. I'm not an expert, but I at least have done a decent amount of research on how to do this properly. And yesterday evening, I injected my knee area. So basically, right about here, just pulled up the skin a little bit, injected into the skin. So I'm not doing intramuscular. Definitely don't do intravenous. Do not do that. Do not do that. Okay, this is just a subcutaneous injection. So I'm basically just sticking it just inside the skin, making sure there's no veins being hit, nothing's being hit, just inside the skin, inject it, and then just call it good. So I did that yesterday. I injected about 250 micrograms. That's the protocol I'm going to go on for now and do that daily for no more than a month, preferably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Take some time off and then restart that cycle if necessary. I bought 5 milligrams just off the start, and I'm going to use that up, see how I feel, and see how everything goes. But one day out, it's hard to tell. Like it could be just in my head, could be placebo. I'll never underestimate the power of my mind and in my brain, but it feels better. Now I will say I've been supplementing for about a week with the oral BPC 157, but that just isn't as direct. It's better to inject it from everything that I've read near the area that's painful. When you ingest it orally, you kind of just get a general sense of having it in your body, and it can help some things. So I did that for a week, got the powder in, first injection yesterday, and it seems better. Like, I don't, it seems like it shouldn't be in a day. It seems like it should take a few days, but it seems better. I felt really, really good this morning, and I did not even think about my knee pretty much the entire day, which has not been the case. I've noticed knee problems consistently, especially if I'm really, running a lot or doing something at work. I've really been noticing it, but this today it felt better. I don't know what else to say. And just generally, I feel better. I had a lot of energy, felt really good, and the knee just didn't seem to be as bad. I maybe thought of it, now that I think about it, like once there was like one time, depending on how I moved, I was like, it doesn't hurt, but like it seems like something's a little off. But that's been it. So I'm really interested. I'm gonna do another injection tonight, and then I will make another video and update tomorrow. So.